Long ago, in the great land of Nintendo, there was a celebration which people participated in to gain the title of Superstar. The celebration was a grand spectacle thrown by Mario and his friends. However, one year, when the time came once more for the celebration, the format changed. Cars that everyone rides in together. Mini stars. Boss battles? Many were quick to shun this style, considering it garbage and a bad idea. But one young Koopa, named the Blue 114, would bring it back years after it had disappeared, to show the world what he thought of the game. Well, since the Mario plus Rabbids video performed very excellent for how big my channel is, and considering how fun that video was for me to make, I really wanted to do another ranking on a game that I consider heavily underrated, Mario Party 9. Now, I know a lot of people dislike the game and say it's awful because of the cart system, and to that I say, you're wrong and should give it another try. Your boos mean nothing. I like Coral Castle from Fortnite and love Thor for Thor Love and Thunder. I'm used to being judged. But real talk and jokes aside, this game is actually my favorite Mario Party. And I want to talk about it more specifically. I actually want to rank all 7 boards the game has. So yeah, let's start at the bottom and work our way up with number 7, which is... Oh wait, I am judging the boards off of theme, vehicles, music, and bosses. Okay, alright, so number 7 is... Yep, it's Blooper Beach. This board isn't really horrible, but it's bad. It feels kind of empty and basic. You know, I mean, Mario has some really, really creative water levels before this game. But man, when you look at Mario Party 10's water board, which is the same format as this one, it's called Whimsical Waters if you want to look at it. They definitely could have improved in some areas on Blooper Beach. The vehicles aren't that good either. I mean, the blooper boat is good, but the other two, they just ain't it, man. When it comes to the score, man, this sure is a beach music. Both bosses are just... I mean, motion controls are fine, and Blooper was a given choice, but... Cheap? Really? Y'all could have used a dragon eel for this fight instead, and it could have been the exact same, but cooler because dragon eels are 10 times cooler. That's it, though. I don't really like this board. Next! Okay, so here's a fun fact about me. I've never really liked ghost houses in Mario. So a whole board? I don't really get excited. The only horrifying thing about Boo's Horror Castle is that you could lose half your stars if a Boo catches you because, you know, you rolled poorly. I mean, like, there's not really anything horrifying about it. You know, other than that, though, you're only in the actual castle for about a third of the playtime. The rest of it, you're either floating on mystical pathways outside, or you're traveling a garden in the back of the castle, you know. But the vehicles, they're actually kind of creative. You know, you have a flying carpet for one, a bed for a second, and then the King Boo blanket for the boss vehicle. You know, the music's as generic as it gets for a spooky level. The bosses are both decent, you know. Dry Bones, he has a card memory game where you have to Make sure you pick the right card in order to hit him, otherwise he'll hit you. And then you have King Boo's being Candy Crush. And it is an average ghost board, that is for sure. Okay, I've hit the boards I don't really like in this game. Now we're at the only average board in this game. And after that, it is only bangers, you know? Okay, so DK boards are always hit or miss, and this one is a miss. Yeah, they didn't do a whole lot with this one other than making mini stars into bananas. The board gets points for being the secret 7th board that you need to buy with party points. The ruins themselves are just a single loop around a center fountain, and there's not much really visually intriguing about this board, but, at least it is pretty monkey themed. You have monkey statues on either side, you have a lot of barrel themed stuff, so it is in line with Donkey Kong. The loop is, main track, but as you hit both the midway point and the end, you're going to fight Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. But it's not a fight. You're just trying to collect as many bananas. It's like a coin. It's like a coin minigame from other Mario parties. The vehicles also kind of save this map. With the banana buggy. But not much other than that. It's pretty cool though. Real quick fun fact. Did you know this is one of only 3 boards in the Mario Party franchise to have a factory theme? Yeah. I think the other one's like Luigi's Engine Room, and the other one after that is like the Bob-Omb Mine Factory in Super. But yeah, Bob-Omb Factory sees your gang jump on a walker and traverse the birthplace of all Bob-Ombs. And I gotta hand it to Nintendo. They got this theme down to a T. I have yet to see a single one that is messed up. But in Bob-Omb Factory, you start in like a loading bay area, and as you go along, the Bob-Ombs in the background slowly get put together piece by piece. Like you start with like a regular bomb, then they get the eyes, then they get the feet, then they get the little wind-up clock. And then after that, they're brought to life at the very end of the board. So, that's kind of cool. For the vehicles, the first 2 are like an upgrade from like A to B. You have like a kind of like circular walker that's like kind of bad. And then you have like a 2.0 square walker. And then, the King Bob-Omb boss is so charming. It has a goofy little mustache and chubby cheeks. It's so cute. The music is what kind of drags the board down. They really didn't think to remix Bob-Omb Battlefield in like an industrial way. That would have been so cool. Whatever, at least they paired up Womp with King Bob-Omb for the bosses, and that is a very nice touch. And yeah, that is all I really have to say about Bob-Omb Factory. It's a solid board. Alright, it's top 3 time, baby. And third is Bowser's Station, the final board in story mode, and 6th board overall. Now, since most Mario Party games give Bowser a space station for his board, this theming isn't too incredibly unique, which brings it down just a tad. However, as a Galaxy fan, I love that one of the vehicles is the UFO from the game, the opening of it actually. Another is a star space station that you get at the very first one, and the Bowser one is just, they could have done a bit more with him. The music feels triumphant and fits the travel well. But there's another track that carries this board, and it isn't Bowser's or his fight. Oh yes, Bowser Jr. is Mad, which is the name of the song. It just hard carries this entire board with just one of the best pieces of boss music I have ever heard, man. It is legitimately the only reason this board is above Bob-Omb Factory, and I love it so much, and it is so deserving of being so high. First levels are important, and their purpose is to hook someone on a game. And Toad Road does that perfectly. You start in an area similar to that of World 1 from New Super Mario Bros. And it's a nice calm start. But as you continue along, you climb a World 6 style mountain and fight your first boss, Lakitu. Now, the mid-boss music is the same across all boards, but it fits this fight a lot better than the rest as it's an introduction to the boss fight mechanic. So after you finish the fight, you descend the mountain and enter a World 5 jungle. Once you reach the end, the boss is Wiggler, and they gave him such a perfect theme. I'll either link it or you can look it up yourself. I think it's just called Battle with Wiggler, and Wiggler's mad. The music for the actual board itself is bouncy and cheerful, and it really suits your first adventure in Mario Party 9 very well, and you can hear it in the background. It just really encapsulates a first level really well. Vehicles are 2.5 out of 3, the mushroom car is great, the Wiggler car is adorable, and the log car, it's an alright choice. But that just leaves one map, and it has it all perfect in my eyes. So, what is it? Yeah, it's Magma Mine, and rightfully so. This map is absolutely perfect, and has to be my most played Mario Party map ever. The map's first half has you climbing up a vertical track, then going around a lake of lava, and then up more vertical track to the boss castle. The mid-boss is Spike, and you need to react faster than your friends if you want to score points. You need to be able to grab hammers before they do, and make sure you don't grab a stick. After the fight, the cavern shakes and rumbles, and the toad houses race away and up the tracks before suddenly... Oh yeah, man. It just got real. Lava now rises a couple of spaces every turn, and if it actually catches you, you lose half your mini-stars. It's a really neat threat for Stage Hazard that allows for a more high-stakes game. The last portion of the board is fairly safe aside from Bowser spaces. Once you reach the final boss, you fight Chain Chomp in another quick reaction game. But this time, you've got to follow the right minecart track to its cannon, or Chain Chomp is going to chomp you. His music is pretty nice too, and like I said with Wiggler, it's, I'm pretty sure, a battle with Chain Chomp. But yeah, the board music is absolutely perfect. It's foreboding and has an industrial vibe that is just a stellar choice for this map. All of the vehicles for this map are perfect too. They're just really clever and fun minecarts. We got the Chain Chomp cart, which has like a little Chain Chomp emblem. You have the Dry Bones cart, which is like a little rickety old minecart. And then you have the standard minecart that you spend most of the time playing in. And yeah, that's my ranking, guys. I'm not going to go back for a tier list. This video is a really long tier list, just kind of stretched out. But yeah, have a good day, guys. That's it. See ya.